Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. Welcome to the musculoskeletal module. I am Jamil Siddiqui from Department of Biochemistry, FRPMC, and our topic is monosaccharide derivatives. Learning outcomes. You will be able to learn some definitions of related terms. We will also review monosaccharides of physiologic importance, and we will discuss in detail the formation of different derivatives from monosaccharides along with their significance and importance. Here are some definitions which you already know. What are carbohydrates? Carbohydrates are aldehyde or ketone derivatives of polyhydric alcohols, and they also contain those compounds when hydrolyzed they also yield aldehyde or ketone derivatives. Carbohydrates are also referred as sugars or saccharides, which is a Greek word. Saccharon means sugar. Monosaccharides, they also belong to the class carbohydrates. They are also called simple sugars, and these monosaccharides or simple sugars are those which cannot be hydrolyzed further into simpler forms. Monosaccharides are colorless, crystalline solids, sweet in taste. Glycobiology is the study of structure, biosynthesis, biology, and evolution of carbohydrates. Almost all the aspects of carbohydrates is included in the subject of glycobiology, but it also includes how carbohydrates are attached to other molecules such as proteins in the living system. Glycomics. Glycomics is the subset of glycobiology. It is the comprehensive study, genetic, physiologic, pathologic, and structural functional relationship of the glycome. What is glycome? Glycome is the all of the carbohydrates and carbohydrate related molecules that a given type of cells produce. The glycome, in fact, is one of the most complex entities in nature. So if you recall, glycomics, just like omics field of studies, when genomics started and made progress in 1990, many omics fields of studies emerged and sprang out. For example, lipidomics, metabolomics, nitrogenomics, pharmacogenomics, and glycomics. So this is belonging to the omic field of study, and it is a subset of glycobiology. So the carbohydrate and associated molecules that a cell produces is a very most complex entities in nature. So it is one of the important and significant field of study. Derived or modified carbohydrates. When single units of carbohydrates, which are called monosaccharides, they may undergo various reactions and substitutions to form monosaccharide derivatives or other carbohydrate derivatives. For example, sugar acids, sugar alcohols, amino sugars, and sugar phosphates, etc. So those monosaccharides which are modified or derived from substitutions or modified by some other reactions, those are called derived or modified carbohydrates. Let us have some review on monosaccharides first before detailed discussion of their derivatives. Monosaccharides are smallest carbohydrates and serve as the building block or monomeric units of larger carbohydrates. They are referred as simple sugars, and general chemical formula is CnH2ON, where N is the number of carbon atoms. It can be 3 to 7. They are aldehydes or ketone derivatives of polyhydroxyl alcohols. Monosaccharides contain either an aldehyde group or a ketonic bonding pattern. Monosaccharides contain more than one hydroxyl group. That's why we call polyhydroxyl aldehydes or ketones. This is the structural presentation of aldosis and ketosis, which has been taught to you. Only for overview, I am emphasizing or explaining you the aldehydic group. Aldehydic and ketonic group, they have the carbonyl carbons. Carbonyl carbons are attached with the double bond with the oxygen, and if the two other valencies are occupied by one hydrogen and other carbon, it is aldehyde, and if both the carbons, then it is a ketonic group. The primary alcohol group is here, and having in between aldehyde and primary alcohol the secondary alcohols, which could be 1 to 5 in case of aldosis and 0 to 4 in case of ketosis. This is an example, and 3 secondary alcohols along with the 1 primary alcohol are having aldehydic group is the example of pentose, that is D-ribose. The secondary alcohols are 3. Here the secondary alcohols are also 3, but it is a 6 carbon and it is a fructose because the functional group is ketone, not the aldehyde. So 6 carbon with ketonic group is the fructose, 5 carbon with aldehydic group is a ribose. Here is the structure formulae of some aldoses and ketoses having physiologic significance. Glycerose or glyceraldehyde is a 3 carbon. All the monosaccharides are derived from it. It is also known as reference sugar because D and L isomers of monosaccharides are referred to it. It is D-glyceraldehyde having OH group on the right side, and if its OH is on the left side, it would be L-glyceraldehyde. So D and L isomers of monosaccharides are referred to it, and it is known as reference sugar. 4 carbon erythrose, which can be converted into glucose, and it is an intermediate in hexose monophosphate shunt alternative pathway of glucose oxidation. 5 carbon lactose, xylose, arabinose, and D-ribose. D-ribose, you know, is one of the most important sugar found in RNA, NAD, FAD, coenzyme A, and it is produced in the body in the pathway of hexosis, that is alternative pathway of the hexosis, that is HMP shunt, hexose monophosphate shunt, or pentose phosphate pathway, and which is an alternative pathway of the glucose oxidation or hexose oxidation. Galactose, mannose, glucose, they are hexoses and epimers of each other. The physiological significant ketoses are dihydroxyacetone, 3 carbon, counterpart of glyceraldehyde. Both are phosphorylated at carbon number 3, and they are found in as intermediate of glycolytic pathway. Xylulose, ribulose, and cytoheptulose, they are intermediate of pentose phosphate pathway. as their phosphate esters. This pseudoheptulose also found in photosynthesis. Fructose is the sugar hexose found in fruits, and in our body it is the principal sugar of seminal fluid, and it is synthesized from the glucose by the seminiferous tubules. Now let us start in detail the monosaccharide derivatives of biologic importance. You have been taught the physiochemical properties of monosaccharides. For example, oxidation, reduction, amination, phosphorylation, and deoxygenation. So these monosaccharide derivatives, they are produced due to chemical reactions of the monosaccharides, and when oxidation occurs, they result in the formation of sugar acids. When they are reduced, the monosaccharides are converted into sugar alcohols. When amino group is attached, the result is the formation of amino sugars, and when acetate, phosphate, or sulfuric acids or sulfate groups are esterified with the alcoholic groups, they form the esters. The formation of monosaccharide esters are also important, and when one oxygen is removed, the deoxy sugars are formed, which are all monosaccharide derivatives due to the chemical reactions which they undergo. Oxidation of aldoses. We know the aldoses or monosaccharides, they are reducing sugars, and when reacted they reduce the other molecules and themselves are oxidized. And when oxidized under certain conditions, aldoses may form three types of sugar acids: uronic acids, aldonic acids, and saccharinic acids. The type of sugar acid produced depends on which carbon is oxidized. Oxidation of aldoses at primary alcoholic group. When aldoses they are oxidized at terminal carbon, they result in the formation of uronic acids. The uronic acids, they have free aldehyde group and carboxylic acid group both, and because presence of aldehyde group, free aldehyde group, they still retain the reducing properties. This is the example of D-glucose. When D-glucose is enzymatically oxidized, it forms D-glucuronic acid. You see the terminal carbon having the primary alcoholic group is oxidized and converted into carboxylic acid group. Oxidation of aldoses at carbonyl carbon results in the formation of aldonic acids. When carbon number 1 having aldehyde group is oxidized, it is converted into aldonic acid. For example, from D-glucose, D-gluconic acid is formed. When D-glucose is oxidized under mild conditions by the bromine, bromine in the water is converted into hypobromous acid, which oxidizes D-glucose at carbon number 1 having aldehyde group, converting into carboxylic acid group, and result is the formation of aldonic acid, that is D-gluconic acid from D-glucose. Saccharinic or aldaric acids. Saccharinic or aldaric acids, they are dicarboxylic acid derivatives of aldoses because oxidation takes place at both aldehydic carbon and terminal carbon having primary alcoholic group. Let us see the example of D-glucose. it is oxidized under vigorous condition in the presence of nitric acid and converted into glucaric acid, which is a saccharic or aldaric acid, and it is a dicarboxylic acid. Oxidation at aldehydic carbon and oxidation at terminal carbon having primary alcoholic group. So dicarboxylic acid is formed, which is termed as saccharic or aldaric acid, and from D-glucose example is glucaric acid. And mucic acid is formed from galactose, which is used to identify the presence of galactose in a solution. Manneric acid is formed from mannose. Example of aldoses with their corresponding uronic acids. Glucuronic acid and ioduronic acid are derived from glucose. They have physiological significance. From mannose, mannuronic acid is derived found in algae, sea algae. From galactose, galacturonic acid is derived found in pectins. The physiological significance of glucuronic and ioduronic acid is glucuronic acid is involved in detoxification of bilirubin, steroids, and other foreign compounds or drugs collectively called xenobiotics. The bilirubin and steroids, they are non-polar and water insoluble. So glucuronide conjugates with them, making them more polar and water soluble as their glucuronides, which could be excreted from the body. The foreign compounds and some drugs, they are also metabolized by the glucuronic acids, and those foreign compounds and drugs collectively they are called xenobiotics. So metabolism of xenobiotics, the role of glucuronic acid is very important. Glucuronic and ioduronic acids, they are the components of heteropolysaccharides, that is glycosaminoglycans. Glucuronic and ioduronic acids, they are epimers of each other. Both are uronic acids derived from glucose, but they are epimers with reference to carbon number 5, and they are found in the GAGs. Examples of aldoses with their corresponding aldonic acids. Aldonic acids are formed when aldoses are oxidized at aldehydic group. When glucose is oxidized at its carbon number 1 carrying the aldehydic group, a gluconic acid is derived. From mannose, mannonic acid. From galactose, galactonic acid. Clinical significance: the phosphorylated gluconic acid, that is phosphogluconic acid, is an intermediate metabolite in HMP shunt, hexose monophosphate shunt, or pentose phosphate pathway, which is a complex alternative pathway for the oxidation of glucose. L-ascorbic acid, you know it is a vitamin C. Chemical name of vitamin C is L-ascorbic acid. It is a C6 sugar acid derived from gluconic acid and having certain physiological functions, that is, vitamin C maintains the health of skin, cartilage, teeth, bone, and blood vessels. Reduction products. The reduction of sugar molecules result in the formation of sugar alcohols. Sugar alcohols are obtained by reduction of monosaccharides, both aldoses and ketoses, and disaccharides. Sugar alcohols are known as polyols, polyhydric alcohols, or polyalcohols. Ols mean alcohols, poly means many. The sugar alcohols, they occur naturally in foods. They are poorly absorbed in our body and they have half the energy yield of sugars. Sugar alcohols are formed by the reduction of carbonyl carbon having aldehyde or ketonic group of monosaccharides. That is, reduction of carbonyl group to an additional alcohol. This is carbonyl group. In case of glucose, it is an aldehydic group. Reduced result in the formation of an additional alcohol. When glucose is reduced, it is converted into sorbitol. Fructose, which is a keto sugar, also when reduced can be converted into sorbitol. Some examples of sugars with their corresponding alcohols: glyceraldehyde, aldotriose, and dihydroxyacetone, trioketones. When they are reduced, they result in the formation of glycerol, which is an important metabolic intermediate in carbohydrate metabolism. Glucose is reduced in sorbitol or glucitol, which is used as a sweetener by diabetics and also used as sweetener in keto diets. From mannose, mannitol, which act as a diuretic, osmotic diuretics, used in the case of especially cerebral edemas. From fructose, a mixture is obtained of sorbitol and mannitol both. From galactose, dulcitol or galactitol. Ribose, important pentose. Ribitol is the alcohol which is found in vitamin B12, and in physiological systems they are components of flavin adenine dinucleotide and flavin mononucleotide, which act as coenzymes. Erythrose, erythritol, xylose, xylitol. From lactose, the lactitol is obtained, and from maltose it is maltitol. Significance of sugar alcohols. Sugar alcohols function mainly as intermediates in minor pathways of carbohydrate metabolism. Sorbitol is accumulated in the lenses of diabetics and produces early cataracts in them. Mannitol is used as an osmotic diuretic to reduce cerebral edema. Inositol is a cyclic alcohol which is derived from glucose. It is a member of B-complex vitamins that act as a lipotropic factor preventing accumulation of fats in the liver. So it is given in the treatment of fatty liver. Inositol, when phosphorylated at 3 positions, that is inositol triphosphate, position number 1, 4 and 5. Inositol 1, 4, 5 triphosphate, also denoted as IP3, has a role in the mechanism of action of some of the hormones as their signaling molecules, or as they act as it acts as a second messenger for those hormones. In microbiology, sugar alcohols have been used to identify different types of bacteria, because different bacteria give different pattern of their growth in the sugar alcohols, which helps in their diagnosis. Amino sugars. Substitution of amino group for an alcoholic or hydroxyl group of a sugar results in the formation of amino sugar. The amino group is usually attached to the carbon number 2. This is the linear structure of D-glucose, in which alcoholic group at carbon number 2 is replaced by or substituted by NH2 amino group, resulting in the formation of glucosamine, which is one of the amino sugar derived from the glucose. Here it is the cyclic structure form of the glucose, and since it is having amino group, it is glucosamine. You know about the D and alpha beta isomers, which have been taught to you by Professor Nahid in the lecture of physiochemical properties of the sugars. Here it is pertinent to mention another derived amino sugar, which is N-acetyl glucosamine. This is the structure of amino sugar glucosamine, and one acetyl group is attached with the nitrogen atom of amino group. So it is N-acetyl glucosamine. This N-acetyl glucosamine and N-acetyl galactosamine, they have their importance and significance. So they are mentioned here. Otherwise, they are not the derivatives of monosaccharides, rather they are derivatives of the amino sugars. The amino group of amino sugars are sometimes acetylated. For example, alpha D N-acetyl glucosamine, already explained to you. This is the structure of alpha D N-acetylated glucosamine. And another, which the amino sugar derivative, which is very clinically and biomedically important, is NANA, that is N-acetyl neuraminic acid, NANA. NANA is a derivative of N-acetyl manosamine and pyruvic acid. When pyruvic acid is condensed with the N-acetyl manosamine, result is the formation of NANA. The manosamine is amino sugar of mannose, and when nitrogen of amino group is acetylated, it becomes N-acetyl manosamine, like N-acetyl glucosamine. When condensed with the pyruvic acid free carbon structure, it results in the formation of N-acetyl neuraminic acid, that is short formed as NANA. It is an important constituent of glycoproteins and glycolipids. The term sialic acid is also used to include NANA and other derivatives. When you will be taught heteropolysaccharides, proteoglycans, and glycosaminoglycans and glycoproteins, or a group of heteropolysaccharides, you will come across with the N-acetyl glucosamine, N-acetyl manosamine, neuraminic acid, that is NANA, the sialic acid and its derivatives. So it is just you learn here so that it will be easy for you to understand the heteropolysaccharides, their structure as well as their function. Common examples of naturally occurring amino sugars. Galactosamine, derived from galactose. Galactosamine is a constituent of chondroitin sulfate, which acts as a ground substance or matrix in the connective tissue of cartilage and tendons. Glucosamine, amino sugar derived from glucose, and it is a constituent of heparin and hyaluronic acid and blood group substances. Heparin is the anticoagulant used in heart attacks and unstable angina. Hyaluronic acid, it is the glycoaminoglycans found in skin and other connective tissues. So glucosamine is a constituent of complex carbohydrates like galactosamine and found in heparin and hyaluronic acid, and also found in the blood group substances. Significance: the amino sugars are their acetylated or sulfated derivatives. Acetyl amino sugar or sulfated amino sugar, they are the constituents of heteropolysaccharides, that is glycosaminoglycans like chondroitin sulfate, heparin and hyaluronic acid, glycoproteins, gangliosides, and some antibiotics like streptomycin. A polymer of N-acetyl glucosamine Glucosamine is the amino sugar derived from D-glucose, acetylated at amino group, so it is N-acetyl D-glucosamine. Many molecules of N-acetyl D-glucosamine, they make the polymer, which is a component of chitin. Chitin is the primary component of cell walls in fungi and hard exoskeletons of the arthropods. And arthropods include crustaceans, insects, and fish. And nearly 500,000 species exist. Chitin is the second most abundant polysaccharide in the nature after cellulose. Glucosamine is an alternative medicine for the treatment of osteoarthritis. Nowadays, there are some supplements and medicines are available for the treatment of osteoarthritis containing the glucosamine. The another pentose amino sugar, ribosyl amine, derived from ribose. It is a metabolite in purine synthesis. The fourth group of important monosaccharide derivatives are their esters, especially phosphate esters. The alcoholic groups of sugars may react with acids or other compounds to form esters like phosphates and acetates. The alcoholic group combines with the acidic group and there is elimination of water and an ester linkage is formed. So alcoholic groups of monosaccharides, the phosphate groups of phosphoric acids or acetate group of acetic acid, they combine and form the ester linkage. For example, this is the monosaccharide pentose, and at position number 5 the alcoholic group is under the ester linkage with the phosphate of a phosphoric acid. There is the removal of one water and a phosphate ester is formed of pentose. The phosphate esters are very much important intermediates in different metabolic pathways. For example, glucose 6-phosphate, glucose 1-phosphate, and fructose 2,6 bisphosphate, they are important intermediates of glycolytic pathway, the major oxidative pathway of the glucose. Significance: phosphate esters formed by various monosaccharides are of great importance in metabolic reactions. The phosphate esters are used in biological system to store and transfer energy. When monosaccharides, they are esterified with the phosphate, they capture the or store the energy. When this bond is broken, it may transfer the energy to other phosphate group or can release in the formation of ATP. So the phosphate esters of monosaccharide, they store the energy and they transfer the energy. Metabolism of sugar inside the cell starts with phosphorylation. As soon as the monosaccharide, especially the glucose, enters under the influence of insulin into the cell, it is phosphorylated, converted into phosphate ester. Why? To energize the glucose molecule and trap that glucose molecule inside the cell so that it cannot leave the cell and it should be metabolized completely inside the cell. Sugar phosphates of biological importance are ribose and deoxyribose. They are phosphorylated and they are found in nucleic acid and as phosphate esters of these monosaccharides, and they form the backbone for DNA and RNA. Ribose 5-phosphate is an important metabolite in the pentose phosphate pathway or HMB shunt. It is also a precursor of many biomolecules. For example, RNA, ATP, coenzyme A, FAD, it's a nucleotide, flavin, adenine, dinucleotide. Phosphates of glucose, fructose, and glyceraldehyde. They are important intermediate compounds in the carbohydrate metabolism of almost all the cells. The last group is of deoxy sugars, which are derived when hydroxyl group in a monosaccharide is replaced by a hydrogen atom or by removal of an oxygen atom, usually from the second carbon atom. The example is of D-ribose. The D-ribose is deoxygenated at carbon number 2, resulting in the formation of D2-deoxyribose. It is a deoxy sugar and derived from the hydroxyl group on carbon number 2 of D-ribose, which is a monosaccharide, and it is replaced by a hydrogen atom. Here it is the structural formulae of D-ribose having OH group at carbon number 2, which is replaced by hydrogen atom at carbon number 2 to make it D2-deoxyribose. This is a deoxy sugar. The D-ribose is mainly found in RNA, while deoxyribose is the ubiquitous deoxy sugar found in DNA. There is also another important deoxy sugar, that is fucose. Fucose is 6-deoxygalactose. This is a molecule of galactose, and at position number 6 the oxygen OH of the oxygen is replaced by hydrogen atom. It is deoxygalactose. B, beta, alpha, L, D, these isomers have been discussed and taught to you. I do not want to indulge myself in explaining these terms. Only the fucose, which is a deoxygalactose, or sometimes people or some books refer it as methylated pentose. Methylated pentose having 6 carbon, one is the methyl, but generally it is 6-deoxygalactose, found as constituent of glycoproteins, blood group substances, bacterial polysaccharides. It has anti-aging, anti-inflammatory and wound healing properties, and used as skin moisturizing agent in cosmetics. But the physiological important role played by fucose is they are components and acting as a complex carbohydrates in heteropolysaccharides, performing various important functions, which will be taught to you while teaching the heteropolysaccharides or glycosaminoglycans in your next lecture. The 2 in D2-deoxyribose indicates the carbon position where a hydrogen replaces a hydroxyl group of the D-ribose monosaccharide. Here it is the carbon number 2. It is deoxygenated and replaced by the hydrogen atom. These are the structural formulae of some important derivatives of glucose to provide you better understanding what sort of a chemical change occurs, because chemical structures and important for understanding of the chemical changes, and chemical changes are important for understanding of structural and functional properties of that chemical or molecule. But as a medical student, you don't need to draw and learn these formulae, but at least you should appreciate and understand what the changes they undergo. Say for example, it is the D-glucose. D-glucose OH group at carbon number 5 is on the right side. Amino sugar derivatives, D-glucose is converted into glucosamine. Amino group NH2 replaces OH group at carbon number 2. It is D-glucosamine. It is 6-deoxy-D-glucose. D-glucose is deoxygenated at carbon number 6. O group is removed. Similarly, this is the oxidation of at C6 position, the OH group at carbon number 6 is converted into carboxylic acid group, resulting in the formation of glucuronic acid, which is an example of uronic acid, and this is the cyclic form of the uronic acid. This is a linear form. When D-glucose is reduced, an alcohol is formed. Aldehyde group is reduced to create additional OH group. So glucose gives you the sorbitol, which is an alditol polyalcohol, replaces OH with phosphate. This is OH group at position number 6 is replaced by phosphate group. The hydrogen of phosphoric acid and OH of the carbon number 6, they form the water, and an ester linkage is developed between the carbon number 6 and phosphate group. So D-glucose 6-phosphate is example of phosphate ester of glucose. This is the example of gluconic acid, because carboxylic oxidation takes place at carbon number 1. So it is an example of an aldonic acid, and D-glucose is converted into D-gluconic acid, and oxidation at C1 position of aldehyde group takes place. And here it is the ester formation with the sulfate. Just like phosphate, it is the ester formation with the sulfate, and the result result is the formation of D-glucose 4-sulfate. Here are the structure formulae of some important hexose derivatives which we have discussed. Amino sugars, deoxy sugars, acidic sugars, that is N-acetyl neuraminic acid, it is mannose-amine having acetyl group condensed with the pyruvic acid. N-acetyl neuraminic acid are sialic derivatives or NANA, important, found in heteropolysaccharides. These are amino sugars, glucosamine without acetylation and with acetylation. Muramic acid, when glucosamine is having condensed with the lactic acid, muramic acid is formed, and this is N-acetyl muramic acid, which are also found in the heteropolysaccharides. Glucose family, the glucose, ester, glucose 6-phosphate. Oxidation products, glucuronic acid, carboxylic group at carbon number 6, gluconic acid, carboxylic group at carbon number 1. So it can be called as gluconate. Glucuronic acid can be called as glucuronate. Gluconic acid can be called as gluconate, and it is gluconolactone. Gluconic acid, carboxylic group at carbon number 1, but since it is in cyclic in nature, so it is a lactone. So glucono delta lactone, it is the cyclic carboxylic acid derivatives of gluconate. In the last, it is the table for the review of monosaccharide derivative groups: sugar acids, sugar alcohols, amino sugars, ester formation, and deoxy sugars. The defining substitution, which may help you to summarize and memorize these groups or classes of monosaccharide derivatives. In sugar acids, the aldehyde group of an aldose is oxidized to a carboxylic acid group at position number 1, 6, or both. Sugar alcohols, the carbonyl group of a monosaccharide is reduced to a hydroxyl group, creating additional alcoholic group. Amino sugar, a hydroxyl group of a monosaccharide is replaced by an amino group, that is NH2. Ester formation, the alcoholic groups may react with acids and other compounds to form esters like phosphates, acetates, and sulfates. Deoxy sugars, a hydroxyl group of a monosaccharide is replaced by a hydrogen, or oxygen is removed from the OH group. Thank you. My mail and resource books. Thank you very much.